Last week, we suffered a brutal loss from one of the worst critical hits of all time, landing us at a 0-1 record with a -1 differential. So we're going to be looking to bouncing back this week. What's going on, everyone? My name is Scorpion, coach of the L.E.A.F agents, and welcome to Battle Hub Draft League Season 7, Week 2. Unfortunately for us, we were originally scheduled to play against Zeus and his fire gods of Anubis, who is actually our Season 6 champion. Due to some personal reasons, however, he had to drop from the league. We're very thankful for a replacement coach stepping in though, as this week we'll be going into battle against Lazy Boy, coach of the sleepy Laxingtons. As always, I'll be walking you guys through a quick overview of the matchup, the team we're bringing this week, and the battle itself will follow. Though of course, if you do want to skip straight ahead to the battle, there is always a timestamp for it in the description down below. If you guys do enjoy today's Draft League battle, do be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, as we are trying to get to 200 subscribers and only you can help me get there. With all of that out of the way, let's jump right into it. To give you guys a quick recap, our team consists of Urshifu Single Strike, Lander Asterion, Terra Iron Crown, Cyclizar, Terra Diancie, Gengar, Vaporeon, Entei, Rotom-Mow, and Mienshao. While this week, our opponent's roster consists of Sneasler, Gouging Fire, Terra Meloetta, Rillaboom, Regieleki, Empoleon, Umbreon, Terra Mudsdale, Grimmsnarl, Terra Tornadus Incarnate, and Frostlass. Lots of scary threats. You may have noticed that my opponent actually has a team of 11 Pokémon, and in my opinion they are all at least usable in this matchup. As a result, it was very difficult for me to predict which exact 6 are going to show up to this battle. Lander Asterion in particular is a very interesting piece in this matchup, as it is our best check by far to all of Sneasler, Gouging Fire, and Regieleki, but must be switched in carefully, as its Intimidate ability can also trigger Empoleon's Competitive or Tornadus' Defiant, which if done at the wrong time could be done really scary for us. That said, I think we have the 6 that we need in order to take him on, so let's cut straight to the team building section. Alright y'all, so welcome to the team building section for week 2. As I said, I'm going to be quickly walking you guys through the team that we are bringing into battle this week, and the battle itself will follow very shortly after. So going to be a quick session, sit rep, Kowalski analysis, let's get it. So first Pokemon that we're going to be taking off the bench this week for the first time is going to be our Entei. Now one thing you might have actually noticed about my opponent's team is that they only have one fire resist on their entire team, which is actually Entei's ancestral cousin, Gouging Fire, funnily enough. So as a result of that, fire moves are very simple into his team, and as a result of that, I really wanted to run a choice band set. So Entei is going to be our main breaker this week. We're running Sacred Fire, Extreme Speed, Stone Edge, and Flare Blitz, 72 EVs in HP, max attack EVs, and 184 speed EVs with an Adamant Nature. With this, we're going to be outspeeding Adamant Gouging Fire and Modest Meloetta. I really wanted to go Jolly this week, but the added power of Extreme Speed was really difficult to pass up against things like a late game Sneasler and the like. The moveset's obviously going to be pretty simplistic. We've got Sacred Fire as our main form of stab, very spammable into his team, like I said, and even Pokemon that can pretty recently switched into it, like Grimmsnarl, Mudsdale, Umbreon, stuff like that. They really don't appreciate being burned. I've got Extreme Speed as a bit of priority, like I said, against a late game Gouging Fire or a Sneasler, always nice. Also hits Meloetta pretty hard. Stone Edge is literally there just to hit that Gouging Fire. It actually has the ability to straight up one-shot that thing if it switches in after rocks. So if we do need to 1v1 that thing, we can. And then Flare Blitz in the last slot, mainly just to have a move that we can click if we want to do just a little bit more damage, like maybe miss out on some rolls, and also so we can't miss, obviously. Sacred Fire is 95% accurate, so we're going to be clicking that more often than not. But if we really, if we find ourselves in a situation where we can potentially lose from missing a Sacred Fire, or again, not getting the damage roll that we need, we can always just click Flare Blitz, but we're mainly going to be spamming Sacred Fire. So yeah, Entei is going to be our main breaker this week, and we're going to be trying to sort of build around that. So next up is going to be our Diancie, coming back once more, and unlike last week, she's actually going to be our main Terra target this week. So let's break this set down. We've got a very defensive set once more, as you guys can see, full on physically defensive. We've got Diamond Storm, Psychic, Stealth Rock, and Baton Pass with the Terra type Poison. Now, you could probably already guess what this set is trying to do. This is going to be our main Sneasler check. Sneasler obviously has a very deep coverage move pool, but poison types are like the one thing, ironically enough, that it really cannot touch. So a physically defensive Diancie is extremely tough for Sneasler to break through. We've also got Psychic on deck, which is able to one-shot Sneasler basically from full health, unless it's running like a very bulky variant. Obviously, the Grassy Terrain Supporters has, with the Grassy Seed, will boost its physical defense, so we can hit it on the special side. And we've also got, again, that fully physically defensive investment with the leftovers that is basically going to make it so that even, for example, a +2 acrobatics absolutely bounces off of it. This is also actually a really cool check into Rillaboom. Even Rillaboom can't really touch this thing unless it's running high horsepower, in which case there's plenty of other ways we can wall that thing because its move pool gets spread very thin. We've also got Diamond Storm. It's basically kind of like an emergency little way to hit the Gouging Fire as well. Gouging Fire also cannot one-shot us, even a +2 actually. I'm pretty sure even a +2 Adamant Earthquake does not kill Diancie. And if we manage to catch it before I can set up, then Diamond Storm will allow us to potentially 1v1 it as well. Like I said, it's more than likely actually going to be our lead, and I'm kind of planning to Terrasilize this thing right off the bat just to have that poison typing ready for later. So as a result, we're also going to be running Stealth Rock on it this week to get those up right off the bat. My opponent's spinner is not the best, obviously, in Regieleki, and then Baton Blast just has a bit of momentum. Baton Blast is actually really helpful this week to allow us to get Gouging Fire into attacking position as well. Next is going to be Landorus Seared, of course, another little defensive pivot, though we're running definitely a more offensive set this week. We're once again going to be rocking our Rocky Helmet. Moveset's going to be Earth Power, U-Turn, Taunt, and Brick Break. 36 EVs in HP, almost max special attack, and 252 speed with a Timid Nature. So what does this do for us? I decided to run a very offensive Landorus set this week because with this specific EV spread, we are able to near guaranteed knock out Gouging Fire as well after one round of Stealth Rock. And with the 36 EVs in HP, and after an Intimidate, we can always live even a Photosynthesis max attack Heat Crash from it, so we can always check that. And we're running max speed max speed Timid in order to be able to at least speed tie that thing, because I prepped a lot for Adamant Gouging Fire, but even if it is Jolly, we do speed tie it and we can do a pretty good job at walling it. Again, U-Turn mainly going to be there for momentum. We've got Taunt as well, again, to prevent Gouging Fire from standing up on us. It's also nice against like a Sword Stance Rillaboom, for example, or some kind of a setup Empoleon if it comes in afterwards. And also denying just a whole bunch of utility moves. Obviously, also denies recovery on likes of Umbreon and stuff, so really useful. And I decided to run Brick Break in the last slot because I couldn't really fit it on any other Pokemon, but because he's got two very viable dual screen users in both Regieleki and Grimmsnarl, I figured that was actually a pretty useful move there, as obviously thanks to its ground typing and Intimidate, Landorus Seared also switches into these Pokemon really easily, so dual screen is going to be difficult for my opponent to use this game. Next up is going to be our Wincon, which is obviously going to be our round 1 pick, Urshifu Single Strike. He is rocking his Focus Sash this week, Wicked Blow, Close Combat, Sword Stance, and Sucker Punch, 84 EVs in HP, max attack, and 208 speed in Jolly. 280 EVs in speed with a Jolly nature. There we go. Now with this very simple EV spread, we are obviously outspeeding Jolly, Gouging Fire, and above once again, and below, excuse me. And the combination of Wicked Blow and Close Combat is actually pretty much unguardable for my opponent's team. So if this gets a Sword Stance up late game, even a Sneasler can't really do much about it, because we're obviously going to have our Focus Sash to be able to lift that against that thing. This is also really nice against any form of Meloetta. Obviously, Alluring Voice is not going to one-shot us. A Pure Wet Form Close Combat is not going to kill us either. So very scary late game for that. If we are able to get up a Sword Stance in front of something a little bit more passive, such as the Umbreon or the Rillaboom, provided it's not choice banned, we can go for that SD and we can try and win the game. The Focus Sash put in a lot of work when I did some testing for this team, allowed us to basically live a whole bunch of hits late game, even if our walls get chipped down. And again, yeah, the priority of Sucker Punch can basically just put my opponent away. So very solid set. And yeah, we also have some premonitions in case my opponents get some hazards up ourselves, because this is obviously not going to be our lead, but we'll get to that. Well, you can probably see it at the top there. Next is going to be Shao Kahn, our Iron Crown, obviously. Going to be rocking with his Assault Vest this week. Like I said, I kind of plan on leading off with the Diancie and Terrasilizing it right away. But Terra Water is still nice in case I want to hold off on that Terra and kind of force Gouging Fire mainly into an awkward 50-50 late game. Because obviously if we don't Terra, then we resist the Dragon moves. But if we do Terra, then we resist the Fire moves. That could be a nice little 50-50 to force it in there. Like I said, running Assault Vest, Tachyon Cutter, Psychic Noise, Future Sight, and Volt Switch, max special attack, 56 EVs in special defense, and 200 speed with the Timid Nature. With this spread, we are always outspeeding Meloetta and below. Very important in case that thing is a Terra Fairy set. This is also mainly supposed to wall the Aria form. Obviously, the Pure Red form can have knockoff and a much higher special attack stat, physical attack, excuse me. But this is mainly to wall the more consistent Aria form of Meloetta, and also our main check to Tornadus Incarnate. Obviously, flying moves are otherwise pretty spammable against us, and with this set, we can just Volt Switch out on it and get some momentum back. Future Sight also really nice to be able to set up some 50-50s with Urshifu and Entei. It's mainly there to kind of again dissuade the Gouging Fire from switching in, as Sacred Fire obviously won't do much to it, but then if it switches in again, it can take a Future Sight, which is obviously really scary. And then Psychic Noise is mainly there just to be able to one-shot, well maybe not one-shot, but does do a good chunk to Meloetta in its pirouette form, while also denying any grassy terrain coverage from the rest of the team. So that'll be a nice little pivot, again, nice enabler for our offense. And then last but not least, the round of the team is going to be our second Pokemon that comes off the bench for the first time. It's going to be our trusty Cyclizar, Size-Off. Once again, running double Assault Vest this week. This is actually going to be kind of another sort of soft check to Meloetta and Tornadus, but also to an extent to Regieleki. But the main reason I wanted to run Cyclizar this week is to keep the terrain in check and also make us able to keep the hazards off, because obviously we have a Focus Sash user, and Entei obviously is also weak to rocks, which means it doesn't want to switch in with its Choice Band because it's not going to be protected against those sneaky pebbles. So I really do want to bring our Spinner. We're running a bit of a complicated EV spread, 232 EVs in HP, 16 in attack, 84 in special defense, and 176 in speed with a jolly nature. So what does this do for us? And then obviously moveset Ice Spinner, Knock Off, U-Turn, Rapid Spin. Ice Spinner obviously mainly there to threaten Rillaboom out, do some good damage to Tornadus while also getting rid of the terrain. The terrain actually does benefit me as well to a certain extent, but obviously I do kind of want to have the ability to remove it if I have to. Knock Off is going to be in general to remove items, U-Turn to pivot around, and then Rapid Spin to get the hazards off the field. Pretty simple moveset. It's mainly in the EV, so we're running 232 in HP, like I said, and 84 in special defense. The main reason why we're doing this is, one, to always avoid the one-hit KO from a non-Terra life form Alluring Voice from Meloetta. That basically allows us to kind of check it and then pivot out again with a generator. And this also allows us to, if Tornadus is not a boosting item, it also allows us to avoid the 2-hit KO from Bleak Wind Storm. So some very important roles there that we are able to cover and then again pivot out on. So yeah, again, Cyclizar are definitely not going to be the star of the team this week, but I really wanted to bring it as kind of like a little scout that we can throw out there, and a nice little utility piece that enables mainly Urshifu and Entei as well really, really nicely. So yeah, my apologies for a bit of a longer team builder, but I kind of was a lot of nuance to this team, and definitely a bit of a difficult matchup to prepare for with so many Pokemon. With that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching this one, and I'll see you guys in the battle. Alright y'all, so here we are with the battle against Lazy Boy, and I'm quickly just writing down his team. And hang on, let me have a quick peek. So I'm actually a little shocked, to be honest. I'm a bit shocked. We see no Sneasler and no Gouging Fire. So this is a very different team than what I'm expecting. So we got Rillaboom, got Regieleki, got Grimmsnarl, we got Umbreon. We got Mudsdale, which is Terra Poison. And we got Meloetta, which is Terra Fairy. Okay. Yeah, very, very different team than what I was expecting. It's a bit surprised to see Rillaboom there, but again, no Sneasler or no Gouging Fire. I guess it kind of makes sense, because it doesn't have the best matchup in the world into me. But yeah, this is very, very strange. I'm a bit shook right now, to be honest. We're going to try our best. No Gouging Fire, though, does mean no Fire Resist. So, and no Fire Resist on the Terra types either, so... Entei's gonna go stupid, hopefully. Yeah, good luck, and I found a Lazy. I'm still gonna lead off with Diancie. I still want to get my rocks up. I think that's kind of the best game plan. But honestly, I don't even know if I need Terra on Diancie anymore. Like, I honestly could just save it for Iron Crown. Like, to not be weak to, like, a Grimmsnarl Dark Stab or whatever. But we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so he does lead Grimmsnarl. As we're gonna lead Diancie. Might get up screens immediately. If he does, I'm good with that. You can also have Taunt, you could have Thunder Wave, you could have a bunch of things, right? But I don't think this thing forces me to Terra in any way. So yeah, it's a bit of a difficult one for him, obviously. Yeah, I'm obviously physically offensive as well, so even if it's an offensive set, I don't think I care too much. I'm gonna get up rocks. If he taunts me, great play. T-Waves me. Alright, that's fine. I'm absolutely fine with Diancie getting T-Waves, because apart from the chances of not moving, obviously the only thing that it really does is it makes sure that we are slower than Grimmsnarl. No Grimmsnarl, Mudsdale. So I'm fine with this. We're going to get rocks. And this also means that Umbreon can't poison me without me even needing to Terrastalize, so that's pretty cool. Gonna Baton Pass here. Not entirely sure what he wants to do. Maybe again, now he wants to get up screens. He does have 2 screen setups potentially in Regieleki or this. So I'm very, very happy that I have Rick Landorus. He's going to withdraw himself. Okay, so hopefully we don't get parried here and we can get this Baton Pass off. Because that will give us some momentum. And who comes in? That's going to be the Mudsdale. Great play from my opponent. Gonna take a little bit of Rocks Chip. Let's see. And yep, unfortunately we get paralyzed, of course. Naturally, right? That sucks. Okay, so now what? Again, wasn't expecting this thing to come at all, but now that neither of those things, I can probably make the Landorus play pretty safely, right? If he wants to get up rocks, it's fine by me. We do obviously have... so I can start to spin those away later. I think I'm just going to go Landorus. I don't think this thing can really touch me, especially once we get Intimidate. And we can just start chipping it down with Earth Power. Oh, he does put a spicy double. What does he go out into? As he goes back into Grimmsnarl. That's fine by me. I also have Grimmsnarl for this thing, so I'm good with this. I'm absolutely okay with this. We're going to go into our Landorus. Perfect. Get my Intimidate off. It's not Clear Amulet or anything weird like that. Just gonna double check, right, just in case. If this thing, because I know this thing can have Ice Punch. And I don't think I want to take that. Earth Power does about 39 to 47 if he's just max HP, less if he's special defensive. See, the reason why I'm thinking about this, right, is because I really don't want this thing to be Ice Punch after I taunt it, right? Because I kind of want to keep Landorus a little bit healthy. So I think I don't want to go Entei either. I think I kind of like just U-turning back out into Diancie and just getting a Diamond Storm off. So I think we'll do that. Get my chip. Let's see. He goes for Trick. Okay. So is that thing choice item then? Ring target. Oh! Ooh, okay, I like that. Wait, that's a sick tech. Okay, that's sick. I was not expecting this. So now Regieleki can hurt me. Not the end of the world, because we still have Assault Vest Iron Crown, obviously, so that's pretty cool. That's definitely sick, right? That's a really cool one. I kind of want to go Urshifu because it's clearly Prankster, right? So we kind of have a free close combat here, if anything. Sash could be broken, but we don't have Rocks up right now. Like, Sucker Punch is the best it could do to me. And he doesn't have any fire resistances. I forgot to take a snapshot of the team, that's my bad. But yeah, we're going to go Urshifu. I think a close combat should kill from here. We have a pretty good amount of chip. So let's see. Urshifu, obviously he's going to have to play around Band as well. Yeah, close combat does kill from here, unless he's very physically defensive. So we're going to go close combat. Obviously Prankster doesn't affect us because we are a Dark type. So hopefully we can score a KO on this thing here. But even if we somehow fail to do so, we obviously still have a Focus Sash with that, so Spirit Break won't kill us. So yeah, a little bit of risky play what I'm doing right now because it can be a roll theoretically. Trick Ring target is really cool though. So if it's like Specs Regieleki, like that could be really scary, right? Go close combat, see if you do get the KO. Oh wow, that's very bulky. God damn it, man. That's like physically defensive. Oh crap, I'm not playing Urshifu well here. Oh yeah, and the Rocky Helmet do. Okay, Spirit Break. Play Wrath. Oh god. Dude, why? I gotta get back in the lab to figure out how to play Urshifu. Oh god damn it, man. Oh, that's not ideal. Yeah, that's really bad. Just lost my Focus Sash for no reason. Oh god damn it, man. I wasn't expecting that thing to be so defensive. Probably just Entei and Extreme Speed, right? Don't really want to give this thing an opportunity to do anything else to me. Man, that sucks. Alright, we're gonna go E-Speed here. If he wants to keep this thing around, I mean, I don't think it's gonna do too much to me. Extreme Speed here is pretty obvious. Could keep it around as a sack. Man, I'm not playing well. Oh god. Okay. So how to log back in. That was definitely a bit too premature for my part, especially because that was my win condition, right? Oh no, that was definitely a big misplay from me. Starting to wonder if it's not even like screens anymore at this point. He could go Mudsdale, that would be a really great play. If he expects my Extreme Speed, yep, there it is. So he goes Mudsdale. Presumably. Still get some chip off on that thing though. Yeah, you can just make that play every time, right? So Grimmsnarl is kept around as a sack. He will also figure out now if I'm banded. But we still get some chip off on that thing, which is nice. There's stamina. That thing is Rocky Helmet as well. Yeah, terrible play from me. We're gonna go back to Landorus here. So again, I don't need it for too much else in this match. Yeah. I don't know, this is gonna be a rough one. We're gonna need Entei to really like pop off this game and pilot it carefully, because like Losing Reshifu like that was really, really dumb. That's on me. You know, at least this way I can own up to a bad play that I made. Goes Endeavor, which does basically nothing. Okay. Endeavor, huh? So that's pretty interesting. Alrighty. Good Earth Power, but then again, he could also just spam Endeavor, right? Do I kill this thing with Iron Crown? At this point? No. No, I do not. But after an Earth Power, I will. So I think I'll just make that play, I guess. Because again, this is also the Entei check, right? So that's great. So he gets another stamina boost. So he goes for Endeavor again. Roar. Okay, that's perfect. Another chip we needed. I would love to get Iron Crown here, honestly. See what he come in with here. It's gonna be Entei. Again, at least there's no rocks up, but the problem is he's got 2 stamina boosts, right? Yeah, so this Sacred Fire... Oh, that's the wrong stat. +2, Sacred Fire, yeah, does not kill. Flare Blitz has a very, very small chance to, but I don't want to risk this. What am I okay with getting Endeavored here? I think this always just has to be Landorus. I don't see any other way. Diancie actually can 1v1 Regieleki better now than Landorus probably can, so... Go back, another Intimidate, so at this point realistically only Body Press is gonna hurt me. There's Endeavor. It's okay. I might Break once, just to like, not be too low, you know? Because Break into... Break gets Earth Power should probably kill. Maybe Earth Power just kills Raw. Actually, this is Earth Power. I think Earth Power should kill now. Alright, gonna withdraw. There's no ground immunities, right? I really should take a snapshot and see real quick. Who's that? Rillaboom comes out. Okay. Fine with me. So it is Grassy Surge, obviously. Get a little bit of Earth Power chip on top of the rock. See, the chip is chip, right? That's always good. Here we go. Not sure if that tells me anything. Yeah, I don't think that's like a selfish or anything. Let me make a quick snapshot of the team actually, just so I have that for like muscle memory, or however you want to call it. Have not terrestrialized my Diancie, unfortunately, so it's not quite a check to that. But we will go Cyclostar here. Because we should be able to take any one hit. Even a Banded Woodhammer from Max Attack Adamant is not going to kill me unless it gets the absolute max roll. So I'm good with this. Let's see. U-turn. Right. It's fine. Fine with me. Ooh, that did a lot. Hold on, that did a lot. That is... That might be Banded. That did a lot of damage. Might be like Banded Jolly, maybe? That U-turn did a lot. I'm gonna make sure to calc that at the end of this turn. Because if that is Banded, then we obviously need to be a little bit careful not to get endgamed by that, because that is a very, very strong Grassy Glide. Alright, in comes Snarl again. Fine with me. So 209, yeah? So that was 130. Oh, never mind. That's not Banded at all. That's just a high roll from regular. Wow, okay. Grimmsnarl, I think I go Diancie here. Because I don't really want Cycler to get paralyzed. And obviously this way we have... yeah, there we go, we dodged that. That's basically what I wanted to dodge. Okay, beautiful. So he gets a little bit of Grassy Terrain recovery. This is always going to be a Diamond Storm. Looks relatively free into his team. Mudsdale is obviously chipped right now, right? So that's amazing. Yeah, definitely still winnable, but again, me fumbling Urshifu like that was definitely not good. I definitely need to like get back into the lab a little bit with how to pilot that thing effectively, because I've now effectively just let it die twice in a row. I've switched into a Focus Blast last week, when I was initially Choppal Berry and took it off. And now I completely wasted my Focus Sash by attacking a Rocky Helmet Grimmsnarl that I gave it to. Or that, you know, I gave it that Rocky Helmet essentially, so... Yeah. I will say though, Grimmsnarl kind of always catches me off guard whenever it's not tricked, right? He's gonna swap out. What's gonna come out here? That's gonna be the Rillaboom. It is the Rillaboom again. But yeah, again, chip is chip, so if you can get this Diamond Storm off, that'd be lovely. Yep, Parallax again. Can we just not game? Like, seriously? How badly do I need Terra on Iron Crown? Not really, honestly. I could Terra right here. So I'm more resistant to this thing, right? But high horsepower obviously always hits me anyway. So I kind of just want to make the Cyclizar play again just to scout. We know he's not choice banned. I don't think this thing can afford a fighting move. He could just U-turn again expecting that Terra. But if he does, that's honestly okay. Knock off, right, that's fine. That is totally fine. Knocks off my AV. But yeah, Tornadus is not here, which is mainly what we needed it for, so... Grass disappears, beautiful. I kind of like the idea of knocking, just to kind of knock this thing's item off. There's nothing I die to at this point, right? Let's see, 183. So I just have to play this a little bit carefully. Let's see, Grassy Terrain's not up. Yeah, another knockoff should not kill me. Right, oh, we'll go for one knock. See what happens. Here we go. Knock that thing's item off. Oh, it was a Assault Vest itself. Okay, that's actually good to get rid of. And there's U-turn itself. Fine. Yep, we do live that. Beautiful. So we're getting chip on everything. Like, if anything, we could literally just end game with Extreme Speed Entei if he's not careful. Like, all we need to do for that is just get Umbreon chipped. There's Regieleki. He does get a pretty free Volt Switch here, unfortunately. Because obviously Landorus now has a ring target, so... I really hope this thing is not Specs. I really hope this thing is not Specs. We don't take too much damage with Iron Crown. I don't see Landorus being too useful this game anymore, so I think I'm just going to sack it off. There we go. Because Cyclizar is actually still more useful, so... Get my Regenerator, gonna go Landorus. Volt Switch will probably come out, and we're gonna die. Let's Rapid Spin. Okay, fine with me. Gets a crit. See, Diance's a Rock Setter at least, so that's nice. Alright, so he's got Rapid Spin on deck, that's fine. Yeah, it's gonna U-turn. Should expect Volt Switch or Thunderbolt, it's gonna kill me. You can get Rocks up pretty easily again in this game. There's Volt Switch. Oh, that's actually super effective. That's a cool little game mechanic. I didn't know about that. So if you do that, then it's kind of like, because Landorus is a pure flying type without the ground typing, it becomes weak to that. That's good to know. But yeah, no, sick tech, honestly. Props to Lazy for that. I gotta give credit where credit's due. That was really cool. Have we even killed something yet? I don't think we have. No, we haven't. Who's that gonna be? That is Umbreon. Okay. Would have been really nice to still have an Urshifu. Could take that much. Would have been really nice to still have an Urshifu. Entei then. Choice Band Sacred Fire does a lot. How much do I take from Foul Play? About half, that's fine. So I think I just... There's no way this thing also has Thunder Wave, right? Yeah, we go Entei. Entei and Sacred Fire. No fire resists. Here we go. We go for Sacred Fire. Big damage. That's amazing. No burn, unfortunately. And Reflect. Oh, so this thing is screens. Ah, okay. Okay. Alright. Gonna need to keep track of those turns. With Reflect up now, so obviously now we've definitely shown our hand that we're this, right? I think I'll go for another one, though. The weaker this thing is, the better. Here we go, beautiful. Do get the burn that time, which is amazing. And then Foul Play, or Toxic. Wish. Okay. I think I'm just going to click it again. If he's got Protect, it's fine with me, because then we stop Reflect turns, right? Alright, he's gonna switch in, he's gonna switch out. Mudsdale maybe then? Yes, Mudsdale. Let's see if Mudsdale takes this. I think it does, but alright, we do connect. It does take it. Can we get the burn? Yes, we can get the burn. Okay, awesome. Because it is gonna get witched up now, but the fact that it's burned, that's actually amazing. That's amazing for us. So big wish. But Burn's gonna eat away at it, which is amazing. Umbreon is now also chipped. Looking really good with Entei late game, honestly. We really, really are. Only problem now is, this thing is kind of difficult to switch. Although, is it difficult to switch into, though? Because, hold up. Diancie, there we go. Earthquake. Let's assume he's burnt, right? Okay, so that was that much. Kind of don't mind going Diancie and just getting the rocks back up. Yeah, let's go do that. So Diancie. High horsepower, that shouldn't do much. Yeah, no, we take that. We eat those all day. Awesome. You could Endeavor me, obviously. There we go. It's also very tempted to just Baton Pass out into Iron Crown, but I think I like my rocks more. Endeavor, yep. Again, good with me. There we go. We don't get parried. Awesome. Get those rocks back up. Very, very happy I put it on Diancie this week and not Landorus. It's a bit of a longer game than I was initially expecting, not gonna lie, but I mean... Draft, that's draft, right? Alright, so I will attempt to... should I attempt to Baton Pass, or can I just go Iron Crown? We probably can just go Iron Crown, right? Because there's no way you click Endeavor here again. Although at the same time, I kind of want to keep it a little bit healthy for Meloetta. Yeah, I want to keep it healthy. Okay, so we'll Baton Pass then. We'll Baton Pass. High horsepower. Still doesn't do much. You not get parried. Awesome. Big Baton Pass. And Tachyon Cutter should kill this thing from here. We're gonna go Iron Crown. Very happy I still brought this thing very offensive. And yep, Tachyon Cutter should kill. Yep. We're gonna Tachyon Cutter. Pretty free. There we go. Gets another stamina boost, but luckily that only boosts physical defense and not special defense. So we're gonna get another kill, and Iron Crown gets first blood on his team. Awesome. Mudsdale goes down. Which is the biggest factor in a Regieleki endgame. So, speaking of Regieleki, that thing needs to come in rapid spin if he wants to get any value still out of Umbreon. Because otherwise that thing's going to die to rocks. I do remember it being very, very weak. So Meloetta's like, he's kind of a little bit reliant on Meloetta right now. But unfortunately he doesn't have to Terra that thing. Yeah, there's Regieleki. It is Boots. Future Sight does a lot to that thing. Crimson's still alive, right? Yeah. I kind of want a Psychic Noise. So that should two-shot. Yeah, we'll go for Psychic Noise. I have to spin again. Fine with me. So again, he does really, really want to keep Umbreon around. Big Psychic Noise, that's awesome. Reflect wears off. Tachyon Cutter should kill it, no, right? Yeah, Tachyon Cutter should kill. Yep. We're gonna click that. If you want to click Explosion, that's also fine with me. Volt Switch. Alright. We'll keep this thing around a little bit. We're still healthy enough to take on Meloetta. Should also outspeed it. If anything, I feel like Thingy's gonna get sacked off. The Umbreon. Yep, there's Umbreon. Makes sense. Fine with me. Iron Crow gets another one. Awesome. Regieleki's in range of Entei now though, so we should never be able to lose to that in the end game. Rillaboom is weakened. Looking okay, just need to again not lose to Meloetta. That's the main thing here. Alright, in comes the Grimmsnarl again. Okay, so am I okay with Iron Crown getting paralyzed? Right? Or do I just never give him that opportunity? Because what's my... How does he punish me if I just go Diancie, right? Like, what's the worst that can happen? I don't think I can afford to let Iron Crown get paralyzed. I'm still gonna make the Diancie play. I'd like to be faster than Meloetta if I can. There we go. Sucker Punchy. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Glad I didn't stay in. And my lefties. Stubborn old me will just go for Rock still. Very, very important we get those up against Meloetta. Let me get those, we get that Calc up as well real quick. Okay, so Bandit Extreme Speed. Oh, he switched out by the way. That's going to be the Rillaboom. Okay, fine with me. Let's see, did we break through? Nope. Got paralyzed more times than not this game. Bandit Exchange Speed does about half to Meloetta. A little bit less. Or sorry, a little bit more, I think. This recovery is amazing for Diancie, though, not gonna lie. Maybe this is worth terastallizing, because again... I don't think we're gonna need Terra Water on Iron Crown. Alright. Alright, I'll do it. I'll terastallize, and I'll... You know what, screw rocks, let's try the Baton Pass. We'll Terra now. I don't really have a switch into strong grass move, right? So this probably is better just to do it this way. Let's see. High horsepower, great play. Ooh, and we die. That sucks. That crit did matter. That crit did in fact matter, ladies and gentlemen. High horsepower. I didn't actually calc it, but I'm pretty sure it did matter. Yep, that absolutely mattered. We would have lived. Not on much, but we would have lived. So alright, so there's going to be an Entei. And we're going to click Sacred Fire. Let's do it. This should hopefully get a KO, though. And, yeah, we're going to have to be a little bit careful against Regieleki still. I think it'll be okay. We should have enough pieces to still win this. It also kind of depends on Meloetta's set as well. If it's Aria form, I think we'll be okay. If it's Pirouette form, we might be in trouble, right? Take Fire comes through. Do connect it, Rillaboom goes down. Beautiful. We're gonna get a little bit of recovery. Again, would have loved to have rocks here, but the yellow magic came through for him. Alright, so now what? Skirmish Snarl again. Now I no longer have a switch into T-Wave, unfortunately. Really, really sucks. So yeah, I think this is just a Cyclozar. If that thing gets paralyzed, that's obviously okay, right? Don't know if Sucker Punch kills, it might. There's Thunder Wave. Am I going to be faster or slower than Grimmsnarl? Assuming he's no bulk, right? I'm still faster, actually. Okay, that's good to know, though. That's really good to know. What's my strongest move into this thing? Ice Spinner, it looks like. Yeah, we'll just click Ice Spinner. Maybe I should have knocked actually, just to get rid of the Rocky Helm, so Entei doesn't have to take it. We do get rid of the terrain. Play rough. Oh, and he misses. Beautiful. That's nice. So does another Ice Spinner kill him here? Might. Maybe that was the right play turn. Alright, we'll try it again. 1 second, start. You got this. Sucker Punch. Alright, takes me out. That's kind of expected though, right? So, Regieleki, Grimmsnarl, Meloetta. Yes? Winnable, honestly. Definitely winnable. Go Entei. Always extreme speed here. Hope I can play my cards right here. Alright. Yeah, always extreme speeds. Careful not to run out of PP on that either. Let's see. He should give us. He should give us this always. Yep. Another one for Entei. Putting in big numbers here. Regieleki should be in extreme speed range as well. Luckily. So Meloetta should come out, I think, because Regieleki again dies to extreme speed. It'll be a really close game. I would have liked to win this by a little bit more. Could have done that if we didn't play your Shifu incorrectly, but what can you do, right? What can you do? It's gonna be really close, though. I think like at best this is a 1-0 win, but we could definitely like it's definitely still losable. It could go either way. Depends on how he plays his cards. It's Regieleki and Meloetta versus Entei and Iron Crown. Doable, but who's that? Meloetta. Okay. How much am I at with Iron Crown? 209. Okay. I love Meloetta's cry. So cute. Shadow Ball. Assume, I don't know, Life Orb, I guess. Shadow Ball never kills me. Beautiful. Yep, that's good. Does he kill me here with anything? On Entei, 285. Maybe there's a world in which I E-speed once. Okay, I think I do. I think I E-speed once. There we go. Awesome. Calm Mind. Okay. Great play from my opponent. Now we go Iron Crown for sure. Now we 100% go Iron Crown. Because I cannot afford to lose Entei. Let's see. Go Iron Crown here. Focus Blast misses. Very unfortunate. Ooh, very unfortunate. Would that have killed me? No, I don't think that would have killed me. Okay, always Tachyon Cutter here. We are going to be faster, of course. Big Tachyon Cutter. Oh, we get 1 crit as well. I'm sorry about that. Alright. There's that. Shadow Ball. We're going to play that. I think that will kill me with a +1, surely. Yep, does kill me. But we got this now. Entei should win. Regieleki was definitely in range, I remember that much, and now this thing is shipped as well. So I think Entei wins. Big Entei. Entei, buddy, this is your time to shine. This is your time to shine. Urshifu who? Let's get it. Extreme speed. Come on. There's one. Meloetta goes down. Regieleki is the only one left. That thing can also have extreme speed itself, but I don't think it will. And even if it does, we should be out of range. There's Regieleki. Yep, it was chipped. There we go. No other mons left. Beautiful. So we extreme speed one more time. There we go. And that is game. Entei, thank you so much for saving my ass against the yellow magic, and especially against me fumbling my Urshifu. Lazy boy, I do want to give credit where credit's due. You really caught me off guard with the team you brought. I was not expecting these mons. Those are some sick sets, honestly. So well freaking played. That was, dude. All these games this season as well, like both this one and outside of my own games, they've all been so close. So, oh my god, cutthroat. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the L.E.A.F agents are back to winning ways for now, at least. So we go 1-on-1 with a back to a 0 differential, but very happy to take a win at this point. So thank you guys so much for watching this one. Dude, Entei went freaking stupid. That my go, my absolute go. Thank you guys for watching this one. Do be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and we're going to see you guys back next week for week 3, which is actually going to be a longer week as well. So hopefully, maybe week 4 will come out a little bit later. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace out.